Without an ounce of doubt, this is the strongest build for the Arctic Cheetah. Hi friends, I'm TTB, welcome back to Clan Engineering. I looked at all the videos that we've done so far on Mechwarrior 5 Clans and I thought, hey, you know what? This is the only mech that's still missing. I did showcase this build in my Mechwarrior 5 Clans tips video that I made for PGI over on the Mechwarrior 5 Clans official channel, but I've never talked about it in actual detail. So here we are today with the 7 ER small laser Arctic Cheetah, a great mech for the beginning of your journey throughout Mechwarrior 5 Clans, and a mech that does a ton of damage if you can use it properly. Let's head on over to the mech lab, I'll teach you how to build it, we'll test it in the training rounds, and then we'll fire up an actual mission to try it out under real combat circumstances. Let's go! Alright guys, here we are in the mech lab. Now I'm gonna assume that you have played your first mission in Mechwarrior 5 Clans and you have a little bit of experience available because you're going to need the Charlie Omnipod set of the Arctic Cheetah. The good news is you only need the Charlie Omnipod set, nothing else. And with the Charlie Omnipod set, you gain a total of 7 energy hard mounts, and that of course is perfect for our ER small laser build. We're dealing with a 30-ton light mech right here, and that means with its 240XL engine and its 6 jump jets, each of which weighs 0.5 tons, there isn't really that much room here to put weapons in, so ER small lasers are just the perfect fit. Lightweight weapons, high damage, good range, perfect for this loadout. Now, as far as the CT is concerned, there is nothing we can do there. It's only jump jets in there already. These are fixed components, so we can't do anything with the center torso. The same thing is true for the head component or for both legs, so we just leave that as it is. Like I said, Omnipod set Charlie is going to be the one that you want here. Into the right torso, we put 1 ER small laser, a full ton of ferro armor pod, and a double heatsink. In the left torso, we put 2 ER small lasers, a full ton of ferro armor pod, and another double heatsink. The right arm gets 2 ER small lasers, and 1 ton of ferro armor pods, or 2 times 0.5. And then the left arm gets 2 ER small lasers, and, you guessed it, 1 ton or 2.5 tons of ferro armor pod. And that is already the build. The Alpha Strike damage of this build is going to be 35 damage, but remember, this is coming in at, what's the firing rate? Yeah. We have almost 20 rounds per minute, so this is gonna come in every 3 seconds or so. So not bad DPS for a mech this size, and we didn't talk about the range yet. Max range 600 meters, of course this is increased by A, your pilots, and B, your research, so there is quite a bit of range potential here. People think small lasers or ER small lasers have short range. If these were inner sphere small lasers, yes, but these are Clan ER small lasers. ER stands for extended range, and they reach quite a fair bit. ER small lasers, in my opinion, one of the most effective builds or weapon systems in Mechwarrior 5 Clans, and pound for pound, ton for ton. Hey, if I could run 30 ER small lasers, yeah, I would run 30 ER small lasers. it's that insanely good. But yeah, so that's the build. There are a couple of extra things you could do. If you're worried about your arms getting blown off, you could literally remove one of the double heat sinks from each side torso, or both, and turn it into even more armor. The only caveat is we cannot change the CT, we cannot change the legs. So that means that while you will have a good amount of armor on your torso and on your arms, which are the most targeted areas normally, your center torso is going to be comparatively weak towards the rest of the mech, or compared to the rest of the mech, as are your legs. So while you can go crazy with this mech, don't go too crazy. Utilize the range of your weapon systems to their advantage, otherwise you're going to take too much damage with this. That is the one drawback of the Arctic Cheetah. Yes, it's got a lot of jump jets, but those jump jets take up space, and that space cannot be used for armor pods. Well, let's have a look at potential pilots for this mech, although, again, let me stress this, guys, in case you've never heard me say that. The most important thing to level in the beginning is evasion. Makes enemy attacks miss more. So that means that at the time you're playing Arctic Cheetahs, or at the time you're playing an Arctic Cheetah, you won't have 5 out of 5 energy range. Or you won't have Ezra leveled up with energy cooldown and whatnot. So honestly speaking, it doesn't matter who you put onto this mech, you're gonna be leveling evasion at that time. That is the realistic point of view here, I think. Now, let's jump into the shooting range and let's see what this mech can do. And the reason why I'm always showing me jumping into the shooting range is because a lot of people apparently still haven't understood or found out yet where you can get to the shooting range. So that's why I always keep showing it. Alrighty, mech is active. We're gonna send our friends to the back and we're just gonna do our usual stuff where we shoot a couple of targets to see how the mech behaves. And that is a great thing for you guys as well when you're building a new build. You can always go ahead and test it out against some stationary targets first, see what all the fuss is about. So, Locust, light mech, one shot, easy peasy, no problem. Centurion, one shot, opens up its CT, second shot kills, nice. Scorpion light tank, something you see quite often in the beginning, one shot, alright. Let's take a couple of heavier targets, let's see what we can do, for example, against this Marauder. Marauder, realistically speaking, you will never face one in this mech, same thing goes for the Atlas, but we can still check how many shots you would need for the Marauder, and it is going to be 3 shots for the Marauder. So it's basically, if I'm correct, this mech is going to be basically 1 shot for every weight class. So 1 shot for light mechs, 2 shots for mediums, 3 for heavies, and let's see if the Atlas is a 4 shot. Let's see if I'm a liar. We'll see. That's 2. That's 3. And that's the 4th. So 1 shot for every weight class. And bear in mind, guys, like I said, we've got ER smalls, for example, with my pilot currently and all the research I have. My optimal range is 420 meters, so this is the range you would be fighting at and shooting at light mechs that you then kill instantly, or something like an Igor, for example. I don't even have to shoot my full weapons. Like, I could be shooting this Igor right here, right? And then I shoot this guy right here. I switch over, there's the next Igor coming in, we take him down as well, and another chopper. And then, I don't know, I spot like a Centurion walking around, his back is to me, I'm gonna give him 1 burn. Almost took off his side torso right here, his ammo is cooking off, he might actually explode here, let's see. He's happily exploding right now, something was going on. And almost lost the component, not quite. Okay, well, that's not a problem, we'll just keep shooting him. As you can see, we're still doing pretty good damage at this range, and another shot is gonna take him out. Easy peasy. Right? So, we can shoot at higher ranges. Don't be afraid, guys, to shoot at targets that are further away than your optimal range. The game is fairly friendly to that. I mean, let's go... This guy is at 800 meters. It's almost our max range. As you can see, now we need 2 shots, so we lost about 50% damage. But let's say 600 meters on the Atlas CT. Just a quick test. 600 meters. That is a pretty big distance. Reminder, this is unzoomed. You couldn't even see the mech. Almost couldn't see the mech, right? And that's 4, 5, so 6 shots at 600 meters. Yeah, the range is not a problem. And have you noticed one thing, guys? Have you ever heard that the mech was going hot? No. That's why I was saying earlier you can add some extra armor if you want to, because with my configuration, heat is a non-issue. And the only way that you could get heated up is if you make extreme use of your jump jets, but mostly speaking, you won't be doing that, so a heat is a non-issue. You can just fire to your heart's content, which makes this an excellent build for newer players, because not only do you have only 1 weapon system to worry about, you're also not generating much heat, so you can fire and forget, and you're not using ammo. Even better, right? Let's take this thing into a mission and let's see how it performs. Well, guys, here we are in a mission. I chose the invasion of Turtle Bay once again. I think it's a good test map for us, and I'm just gonna be playing as a guard here against enemy targets that are trying to come in right now. I'm getting hard focused right now, both by the Wolfhound and the Commando, but thankfully we have the range advantage, so we don't have a problem here. We just keep shooting at them. The Wolfhound is toast. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do the thing that you shouldn't be doing. It's a demolished tank right here. That's a pattern tank coming in. I mean, our allies are hammering these guys, but I just want to get a little bit in closer and see what we can do to these dudes. And they should not be in range for me. They shouldn't be in range where they can actually hurt me, but I'm in a range where I can actually shoot them a little bit and annoy them, hopefully. And or kill them. Let's see. There's one mech with a PPC right there. Ooh, a trebuchet has a PPC. Gotta be a little bit careful here. I should not be facing this firing squad right now. There we go. These guys have a unhealthy addiction towards me right now, because we're the only mech in range for them. But we just took down a medium mech. Now we're gonna take down a heavy if he ever gets away from those trees. There we go. Now we go for the next heavy. That's a Jäger mech. As you can see, with me using the jump chest a little bit, it gets a little bit hotter, but it's still fine mostly. We're at 79% of our mech right now. Gonna go for the Wolverine here now. And again, like, everything's focused mostly on me, and that's okay, because this is just a test for this mech, right? If this mech can handle this amount of abuse, our CT is open as you can see now, that is to be expected. People always tell me that, oh yeah, you gotta have a fast mech and then you get hit less and whatnot. No, it's just not true, guys. Speed might be a factor in the equation, but the enemy AI is not aiming at you. The enemy AI is rolling dice, and if the dice say you're getting hit, it just aimbots you. That's how you sometimes just get hit in the cockpit like crazy. Like, they will have like a 2-second laser burn on your cockpit as you're moving. That's because they hit roll for aimbot, which is fine. It just means like your movement speed doesn't mean much. I think, in fact, your movement speed might actually be hindering yourself. That's an Atlas that's shooting at us now. Let's see if I can get him before he shoots us with the SE-20. I should have him. Okay, there's a Stalker. Let's do something different. Let's go for his legs. How about that? Almost have it. No, it's not waste damage here. Oh, he's shooting back at us. So we're squaring up against a Stalker and an Atlas, and yeah, we did win that fight. Still have a little bit of armor left. Most damage taken on the arm side torso and of course on the CT, but the CT is a little bit misleading here because the CT has a third of what the arms or the side torsos have. So I would say this is a very successful test for this mech. Works quite nicely. Just murdered a lot of tonnage. I would really like to see like how much damage you just did to all these targets, but yeah, great mech for starting out your campaigns, and I think you're gonna have a lot of fun and a lot of success with it. So try it out, let me know how it goes for you. There you go, an Arctic Cheetah that is really good and a lot of fun to play. The next mech we're gonna tackle, I think, is gonna be a Warhawk again. I wanna experiment a little bit with ballistics and energy combinations, and that's gonna be tomorrow. At this point, of course, I would like to say thank you so much to all my amazing supporters. Guys, I literally couldn't do this without them. And if you are not a supporter yet and would like to say thanks for the videos, then please have a look at the video description. You will find links to my Patreon, my merch store, all the hardware that I'm currently using that you can get on Amazon, or of course, you can become a channel member or send a super thanks right here on YouTube. Thank you.